Okay, here we are in Canyon, Texas. We're having a Thai meal, Thai Texas style.
People just being fun.
So we just ate Thai in Canyon, Texas, and I can tell you that the Thai food here in Texas is a little different than we get in the Washington D.C. area. It's a little less spicy, a little more bland. I can tell you they have to serve their public. You know, that's what people want here. So it was Thai food with a Texas flair, so it was a little different than we're used to, but it was still good all the same. The people were really friendly and the service was great. Okay, we just woke up. It's about 9 o'clock. This is our first morning in Duro Canyon State Park. I have no idea how warm it is, but it's warm. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, which is quite a contrast to what I was wearing in Custer in the morning, which was in the 40s, and in Taos, and in Bandelier. And at Bandelier one morning it was like 38 degrees. So this is actually kind of nice. After spending time in the cold weather, it's nice to get out and be able to wear shorts again. One last warm blast before winter, I guess. Here we are, and haven't had my coffee and tea yet. Guess we drove about 6 or 7 hours yesterday to get here. It's well worth it. Okay, so we are in the Mesquite Loop here in Duro Canyon. Let's see what it looks like. Near road traffic to my right. I'm pretty sure every campground or every camp loop in here is near the road. Okay, so in reference to the car burning oil for this trip, it looks like we burned a half a quart, which I think is quite a bit. Hopefully it stops. So I put in some Max Life oil, which I've used before, and this stuff really can make a difference. It's not going to make a difference if there's a problem with the piston rings, but if there's seals, rubber seals that are blown, what happens is it has ingredients in there that'll swell the seals and it will actually stop a leak. My Mazda would burn a lot of oil, and I put the Max Life in there and it just stopped burning oil. But anyway, so that's a half a quart, and I'll keep my eye on it, and we'll see if it continues to burn oil. So we're currently about 1,600 miles from home. So let's see, I'll just guess 1,800 miles to Custer, then down to Taos, then down to Bandelier, and down to here. So let's say we probably at least put on 3,000 miles, 3,500 miles, I don't know, on the car, since I changed the oil before I left. So that's just an FYI for you. Okay, so just FYI, it is 11:30 a.m. and it is probably 90 degrees out there. So we're gonna go to the store. We're gonna go in town, go to the store, and do some things. Hopefully when we come back, it'll be a little cooler. We think it's best to do an evening hike or a morning hike, and we missed the morning.
Member of the Parker family was killed immediately. Cynthia Ann was 9 years old.
Okay, it's around 2 o'clock, and like any animal here in the Had some. We're just kind of chilling out and waiting for the sun to go down so we can get a little cooler out there, and then we can get started on our activities. Just went to the store and we went to Taco Villa, and I got 2 salads with a soft taco for $13, which isn't bad considering today's prices. It was okay. It wasn't the best I've ever had. It wasn't the worst either. But it hit the spot. What kind of animals do they have here? Are you serious? Okay, here's a Duro roadblock. We've got a bunch of wild turkeys and they don't want to go right or left. They just want to walk down the middle of the road. Bless them, I hope they don't get hit. Find the right guys. Okay, so we left Palo Duro Canyon, Texas yesterday at about 10:30, and we got to T.O. Fuller State Park right outside of Memphis, Tennessee at 4 a.m. this morning. We drove much longer than we intended to. We intended to stay midway in Arkansas at Petit Jeans State Park. We got there, it was full. The overflow camping was full. We checked Lake Dardanelle State Park, that was full. Then we checked another park at the end of Arkansas, and that was full. So we kept driving. Before we got here, we started looking for Walmarts to park in. This was our last ditch effort to get here. Luckily they had a spot. We pulled in at 4 a.m. in the morning. It's actually a really nice state park in a bad area. There's an industrial area around us, and you can hear like I don't know, jets and all sorts of industrial noise. But the park here itself is actually really nice. And the bathrooms over there behind me are just extraordinary clean and new and nice. And I frankly wouldn't have thought I was capable of driving or being on the road 17 hours. Usually about 6 hours I went out of the car. So I'm kind of surprised I was able to do it, and we were able to do it together. But we're here, and we actually made up a whole day. We intended to have 4 days to get back, and now we have 3. So we're doing pretty good. Okay, update on the Kia. Now that we've lowered an altitude back down, I've got my power back. And oh, how I've missed the... Okay, last stop before we get home, we are in Hungry Mother State Park at the southern tip of Virginia. It's a pretty nice park. If you go to my right, there's a real winding road, and there's some really nice camp slots back there. We were lucky to find this here at about 12 o'clock. Police arrest our head, and we're going to be home tonight, so we're looking forward to that.